let me give you some little bit of stats that I looked up before we got on. All the things that people take advantage of in today's society is held up and created by men. So what I mean by that is, okay, so electricity. 87% of electricians are men.
Yeah.
92% of carpenters are men. 75% of masons are men. Heating and air conditioning, 93% of them are men.
I don't believe these numbers. I really don't believe these numbers. I think they're way higher.
Yeah.
I believe it's higher.
You might be right. 91% of plumbers are men. 86% of infrastructure engineers are men. So bridges, roads, tunnels, right? Sanitation workers, 75% of sanitation workers are men. Where are we? Crane operators, 98% of crane operators are men. Dock workers.
That's a dangerous job.
That's right. Dock workers, 87% of dock workers are men. Sewer workers, what I do for a living, 87% of sewer workers are men. And 90% of veterans are men. So protecting the country, your infrastructure, your lights, your
everything that
building,
makes the world go, essentially,
is basically by men. If men didn't do that job, it just would not. You would not have it, and you wouldn't be able to upkeep it. And
I always bring up the point about plumbers, construction workers, all these people who you just look past, and the things that we don't even think about. Think about sewage. Every time a person flushes a toilet, you never think about that again. Yeah. But if we didn't have men that were actually
right to me.
Right. If we didn't have men, and they make a short ton of money.
That's the truth. It is a shit ton of money. It's
because
the truth.
Imagine, these are the men. Look, these are the jobs that no woman would dare to do, because no woman wants to deal with crap all day. Of course, and just imagining the problems that come with it, like people flushing whites instead of using actual toilet paper and all that stuff. All that stuff, women don't want to deal with that. And then electricians. And this is why Kevin Samuels brings up a good point, that if all the women of the world died today or tomorrow,
that's right. Yeah.
Men could continue living on like nothing, because men are the farmers. They're the ones who make the food. They're the ones who transport the food. They're the ones who make the electricity and keep all those what are they called? The electricity fields. They're the ones
power
plants. They're the ones who keep
that
stuff going. They're the ones who are dealing with the nuclear. They're the ones who are doing the dangerous jobs. They could continue living on. If all the men died tomorrow, women, we would die within days. We would start dying within days. Okay, but we wouldn't fully all die until like a year. But we would start dying in days.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to. By the time you taught women to do those things, keep up the infrastructure and all these skills. I mean,
half of us would have been dead by then.
That's right. That's right. In order to become a really good electrician, right? You need a 4-year apprenticeship program, and to really be a good electrician, because I was an electrician for 10 years before I was the sewer worker. To really be a good electrician, you need 10 years under your belt in order to be a really good electrician, right? So you need 4 years of apprenticeship, and then you need 10 years in the field in order to really be a good electrician. By the time that the old woman would be dead.
Yep, exactly. No, I mean, I think women would start dying almost immediately, but we wouldn't start finishing ourselves off until like a year and a half, because there'll still be some women who are a little bit savvy, who know how to eat some plants.
Yeah. I mean, there's good. Just watch that show Survivor. You know what I mean? All you have to do is watch that.
As soon as the cold season comes, we'll be taken out.
Yeah, but every once in a while, there's a badass girl that knows how to do that shit. But for the most part, it's the men, and and everything goes back to primitive times. But listen, it's unfortunate. I don't think it's going to change. I think it's going to get worse, personally.